what text you're looking for. My buddy had a buck on camera that he's been after all week, just like the one I'm after, and he just texted me while I was filming that other little segment there. He called me, but I didn't know it was him, and he just texted me that he shot him, so good for him. We're probably gonna go check that out tonight, and we might be on the recovery. We'll see if he backs out or not, and if I don't pick you up again tonight in these woods, I'm gonna pick you up then.
Rolling. Alright, so I found a target buck this year at a new property. I had pictures of this deer all of August, and he kind of disappeared as we rolled into late August and September. I figured he transitioned out of here, but the more I thought about it, I was telling Nate and Ryan that I don't think this deer has any reason to leave. This property has a lot of corn and buckwheat, and there are some acorn producing oaks. So just the day before opening day, I had a guy hold a cardboard sign in front of my camera here to call him. I call this guy, and I didn't know, but he also has permission here with 3 or 4 other people, and he asked if I knew about the big one. So I knew exactly what deer he was talking about. This deer's close to 130 inches, real long beams, pretty wide. He's a 4-year-old, and so that guy, where he held that note up in front of my camera, I went and got my camera and I relocated it the day before the season. Where I relocated it is a little pocket that I found here, and I had pictures of a bunch of does and another, I don't know, probably 3-year-old, maybe a 2-year-old. But I came in here last night. What's today? I think the 18th. Yeah, today's the 18th. I came in here last night, and I was fully anticipating shooting a doe, and I saw that buck that I haven't had pictures of since mid to late August. So I couldn't get a shot. He kind of skirted me at 70 yards. I waited until about 15-20 minutes after legal light. I left my stand and my sticks in the tree and just took my pack and my bow, and I got out of here. And I was planning to go sit somewhere else tonight, and at 1:48 this afternoon, I got a picture of that buck going back into the bedding area. I went in there tonight, pulled my set quietly. I had to adjust for the wind and the direction that the area he had come out of the bedding area last night. So I moved, I don't know, like 50 or 60 yards over there, and I got all set up nice and quiet. You know, tearing down a stand and resetting a stand up, that was pretty stressful. But I got everything set up, and at 4:34, I look up, and he's coming right out of bedding, right on the run that he should. He turns to kind of go up this big steep ridge, which I didn't expect him to want to do. And he was in a wide open lane. He stepped behind a tree before he got into this lane. I ranged it at 38. I turned my single pin to 40. And as he stepped into the lane, I stopped him. I was at full draw already, and he stepped into the hole, and I let it fly. I thought my shot was going to be a little low, just like on initial thought as the arrow's flying, and he ducked right into it, and the arrow hit right in the pocket with a swacker. So I got a complete pass-through with a swacker, so I'd like to think I caught something. We just had the thermal drone here, and Tim found 3 areas putting off heat up there that I have the pictures of the coordinates for that we're going to go check out now. So that's the first one. We found more blood, and it went in a direction of where the drone did not fly. So that gives me a little bit of hope. The deer knifed back pretty hard. It's going downhill pretty hard now too. So we're gonna back up for the night, come back in the morning, and start body searching, I guess.
All right, Josh, what are we doing?
Looking for my buck. Our buddy Tim with a thermal drone is on the way. Should be here any minute. So Tim came here last night, and he searched an area that I thought the buck went into, and he gave us 3 pins for what, I guess you could say they gave good heat that indicated it could be a dead deer. We went to all 3 of those pins, no dice. So Nate and I are walking back to Ryan last night after checking 2 of the 3 pins, and Ryan found more blood, and the buck actually cut back pretty hard out of that area, heading back into a bedding area probably 100 yards away from last blood, and that bedding area is where I first got pictures of this deer in August. Here's Tim now, so we'll see what happens.
If you want to start by telling us who you are and what you do.
Sure. My name's Tim Whitetail. Tim Whitetail Ranky, CT Whitetail Hunters and Outdoors, and on Facebook. I'm a thermal drone pilot. I have my 107 commercial license and I'm insured. And my favorite thing to do is come out and help hunters locate animals that have been harvested. So the setup that I come out with is a drone that's an Autel. It's a Series 2 Evo 2 that has a FLIR thermal camera on it. And I come out with a flat screen TV so that everybody can see what I'm doing while I'm flying. They don't have to look over my shoulder.
Where's that trailer? I don't know if you'll be able to see it. If you can find that trailer.
You want to see this trailer that's in front of us?
You go up.
Yeah, that'll be good bearings. The heat signal, that was, I think it got up to 74 degrees. So the sun is just coming up, yes, but most of the, just the ground is putting off like 59 degrees right now. So deer shot at 4:30 in the afternoon yesterday. We're 12, 13, 14, we're like 16 hours since a shot. 74 degrees kind of makes sense. And it's just one spot that's 74 degrees on Tim's screen. And it's 200 yards from last blood, a little less, and it's downhill and it's towards water, and we're in a bedding area, some CRP. So Tim's going back in, bringing the drone in to swap batteries. He's gonna put the drone back in the air, fly back out, find the location again. Luckily it's kind of open here, so we'll be able to find it easy. And then Ryan's up there with Tim, so Ryan will call me and he'll direct me to this spot so I can go verify if it's the deer or not. So, wait and see what he found.
So, unfortunately, we were not successful this morning in finding an exact target for the guys to go look at. But the positive note on that is that we do get areas of exclusion where we've definitely eliminated large areas that don't need to be searched by foot. This deer has gone back and forth a couple of different times, really tried to lose a track. There's still a strong possibility that this animal was alive and then it made it to another parcel, or we just haven't found it in the real thick stuff yet. My feeling on it, this deer's still alive. So we flew 2 solid hours. We flew some time last night. We flew again this morning, 3 full batteries. I feel very confident that the areas that we searched, can be counted as areas of exclusion now.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? It has been a hectic first week of archery season. I'm gonna roll some clips in here, tied into this video. We're gonna make it all one big segment. We had, big bucks that got shot that never got recovered. I mean, we took new guys hunting for the first time. There was a lot that unfolded this week. But, with that being said, I am in a new property tonight I've never been to. I just scored permission in a couple weeks before the season started. And I'm diving in for the first time. I had a camera on the other side of the property. And I had a buck I was calling Elliot. He was 3 points on one side. He was missing his other antler. It's pretty nice on that one side though, so I'll probably take. But we're also in here for a doe hunt tonight. We're just feeling the property out. As you can see, I'm in a thick swamp. I mean, it's real thick, but it runs in here. River crossings and everything. There are so many runs. I have a field behind me, just a hay field. And I've been seeing some deer out in that field, just driving by scouting. And so we're going to give it hell tonight. And we're going to see what we can come up with. And once I see a deer, you guys will be the first to know. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I just heard a crash. She came in off this hill. I mean, that was a close shot. You see it, that was close. And she just ran out into the field. So I'm gonna give her some time. The shot might have been back a little bit. I don't know. From the looks of it, it might have been back. But she just took off and she ran like she was hurting. And I believe I heard her crash. So we're gonna give her a little time and we'll see what happens. But let's go.
So it looks like she came back out in the field. I got a splatter of blood there. And it almost looked like she might have stopped. But if you look at the blood, I mean, it's stark red. I'm not seeing really any bubbles in it. But it's sprayed all through here. I got some blood right here. Where did that go? Blood right here. So, alright, so she went back in, I guess. Oh, okay, so there's a lot of blood right here. I got some blood right here. So it looked like the wound maybe started to open back up. I got some more blood over here. She ran into the thick stuff. Ow. Alright. From here, So here's as far as I got to last time. It's not really a direction after those spots. So, yeah. Alright, so blood stopped up there. So I kind of tried to walk maybe to get in front of her. I think I might have seen a drop of blood down here. Which I'm pretty sure she came through this thick stuff and over here. But I think... Oh, no way, she's right there. Hell yeah. Alright, we'll be nice and quiet. Yep, she is dead. Heck yeah, guys. You know, I'd just like to take a second to say how blessed I am tonight. We harvested this nice doe. You know, we got in here, we were all done and set up around, I think it was right around 3:30. And then I gotta look back at the clips, I don't even know what time it is. It was probably about 5:30. And she did exactly what I was expecting these deer to do tonight. I never hunted this property before, as I said in the start of the video, so, you know, I didn't really know what I was getting into. I've been seeing some deer in this field at night, and, you know, I figured they were coming obviously from the woods into the field. I didn't know really where, so when I got here, I walked down with my my hang-on set, and I walked in a little bit. There was a swamp with an oak flat on the right of it, and there was deer runs in there like crazy. So I got set up right in that swamp, right under a run, and yeah, I look up and here she was coming down the hill. I watched her for a little bit before she came right in. I wanted to make sure I had the camera angle good, and yeah, that's all she wrote for today. Now it's time to go celebrate. We're gonna be going to my uncle's house, hanging her, cutting her up tonight, at least getting her skin and quartered. And so I'm gonna field dress her up now, get her in the truck, and I'll pick up the camera when we get back.